Okay, so what I'm trying to do is we're going to do a review of what we just did today on November 13th. And what we're going to focus on is creating a regression model based off a table of data for Algebra 2. So the table shows the university's budget in millions of dollars over a 10-year period, where x equals 0 represents the first year in the 10-year period. So X is the years, Y is going to be your budget. So what I would do right now if I was you is just take a second, write down that table, pause the video. Remember, if I'm talking too fast, you can always hit rewind, turn on closed caption. You could even control the speed on YouTube. So that's where this video is going to be posted. Now, before we do anything, let's get a little bit of understanding, okay? 0 represents the year. So let's say if we started at the year 2000, as far as our data goes, then for the years, that 1 will represent year 2001. The 2 represent year 2002. Now, as far as the money goes with the budget, the Y values, that 65 represents 65 million. 32 represents 32 million. 22, 22 million. So what I would say here, if I was basing my data on the year 2000, then the 0.222 will represent the year 2022. The budget was 22 million. So that we have to understand it. Now, what I'm going to do next is show you, and the reason why I'm using the screen to do this is so hopefully we can get the calculator in the view. Give me just 1 second. Let me see if I can fix this. All right, so what it looks like on my end is you could see the calculator like we have it in class. So I'm going to go through the steps, and if you want to write it down, go ahead, write it down so that when you're in class or if you're in tutoring and you just want to try this on your own, you got it. Okay, so you have your calculator there. We press the home button to get ourselves a new document. So that's what Ms. Gable's going to do. 1, to get a new document, and because I'm doing data, listing spreadsheets. All right, a lot of people was making mistakes here. You got to label the X and the Y. Okay, you can call it whatever you want, but in the end, you need to have a label here and here. So all I'm going to do is type in my data. So here we go. All right. Don't say, hey, do we got to type it all in? I'm going to stop at 4. Well, if you stop at 4, then your grade might be a 4. Okay, don't do that. Don't be lazy. Don't be half. Okay, calculator got a lot of great features and functions, but you just got to be able to power through it, you know, folks. So here we go. 128, 140, and 150. Boom. All right. So now that I have all of the data typed in, yes, all 10 figures, 10 because we went down to number 9, year 2009, but we started at the year 2000. Okay. So what we do now, first thing I'm going to show you how to do, because this problem does not show us, let's see, it doesn't say, oh, it's a linear regression or write a linear equation. It just says regression right in here. Okay, regression. So here we go, going back. Let's go through the steps to get a scatter plot so we can see what we're working with. So we're going to press menu. I'm sorry, no, we're not. Creating up stuff here. Here we go. Control and document, because we want to put it on a different sheet so we can see what it all looks like. Okay, here was a mistake too. We got to change the x-axis to the x. Oh, that looks so beautiful. And a y-axis to a y. Now, even though it doesn't show it so perfectly, that's okay right in here. You can kind of see that this is going to be a parabola. Okay, because it's a parabola, we'll go with menu, analyze, which is for a regression, because that's what the problem said to create. And that's how we get our equation. Show quadratic, boom, you have your equation right in there. Now, if that line is bothering you or you want to shift it over, you can shift it way over there so that you have the entire equation. So this is going to be my A. Oh, I got a hand. This is going to be my A, 1.49242. B, 0.507576. C, 39.9818. Okay, now this will be rounded to the tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000, 100,000th place. Okay, after the decimal. We have been going to about the hundreds, which is 2 places behind the decimal. So here we go. You can take a second, pause it if you want to try it, or if you want to go back and write those steps down. Okay, now that was how you get the scatter plot, so that you could see what's happening. And also how to get the equation once we have the scatter plot. Okay, now what I'm going to show you how to do is we're going to go back to the table here, and feel free to pause if you need to. Going back to my table, I want to put my regression information over here. Okay, now another issue we was having, we had our cursor over here and we went to menu and we started doing things and we got all the way to here and said, whoa, something not right. It don't show me what I normally can see. Yeah, you're right, it won't, because you know what, Ms. Gable said it a couple times, put the cursor over there, folks. It can go over here, it can go over here or here, just as long as it's not in the same let's see here, these are rows, column. And I hope I'm saying column right, but as long as it's not in the same column as the X values or the Y values. Okay, so here we go. Let's get some math done. Over here on the menu screen, we're going to press menu, and this is where it relates to the old calculator that you had. But we'll do menu. Let's see here. Hold music. All right, menu, stat calculation, and then we had a quadratic function. That was that U-shaped graph. Some people was picking quadratic, which is number 8. We didn't do that yet. All right, so here we go. Now, other issues. Some people was putting just a regular X. I don't know why, but this calculator wants you to put the one that has what looks like a little prime, if we're doing dilate or transformations, or an apostrophe. Okay, and then here, we're going to put Y. Don't change nothing else. Leave it be. Hit OK or hit enter. Woo-wee. Don't them numbers look familiar? A, 1.492. Let me just go here. Let me show you how familiar they are. 1.492. B, 0.507. 1.507. Okay. And C, 39.98. Guess what it's going to be over here? 39.98. Okay. Now, that would be the conclusion of how you take a table of data, which is here, this data that you have along here, how we would put it into the calculator to get ourselves a scatter plot, which is there. And let me go back and answer the question. So it says use a graphing calculator to create a scatter plot. Done. Which best represents the data, a line or a parabola? I'm going to say it's going to be a parabola, and my reason for saying a parabola is because we do have kind of sort of a dip in here. Okay, we have some values that's above it and below it, one that actually is on there, but still, this data that we have here models a parabola. Okay, so that would be my first answer choice there. It would be just to say that it is a parabola. Then we say use the regression feature, this is B, of your calculator to find the model that best represents the data. So we have done that. Okay, why are we doing this? We did it already. Okay, it's right here. That's your equation. Going up and down on the screen. All right. Then over here, also same information. That's your equation right in there. Look at the arrow. Okay, this right here is a friendly reminder from your calculator of standard form. Ax squared plus bx plus c. It really is times, but you know, we just read it as ax squared. Okay, then back to over here. Now, here comes the challenging part. Remember, I told you, we have to take this to the next level. So it says, use the model in part B to predict when the budget of the university is going to be $500,000. So we want to know when this will happen. And since we need to know when sounds like time. What year? So we're trying to figure out what is X going to be when Y is 500,000. That's 500 million. Okay. So what we have to do then, we can take this here, hold on, pause it for a second while I set some things up. Give me just a second. Okay, this thing just don't want to let me be great. I was trying to put it in the graph so that you could see it. Give me just a second here. Hold on one second. I'm going to see if I pause. Now, what I did was I went ahead and I graphed it. And if you look at the tab button, the tab button right there, my graph is on there. Okay, but what happens is, we have a graph that's outside this window. So what you can do here, we can fix that by going to menu and then window, and we can make it fit. Okay, now we can kind of see our graph in here. And typically what happens is your college tuition going to start kind of low, but you're going to see it's going to keep on multiplying, and it's going to get greater and greater as the years go by. Now, here's the thing. Like I said before, what we're looking for on this is when Y is 500 million. But keep in mind that it's these numbers in here. This represents 65 million, 32 million, 22 million. So what we're really looking for is when Y is just 500. Okay? So I'm going back to the calculator here. And what I'm going to do is put the table on here. so we can kind of estimate when that's going to happen. So to get to the table, I'm going to press Control and then the letter T. See, look, y'all see that? Writing submissions. You thought that Miss Gable just gave you that writing assignment for nothing. Okay, let's, oh Lord, I don't even know how to get rid of it. I'm going to just let it stay there for a second. And just, fix it, Jesus. Look at that. X, we try to figure out when, and we need to know when the Y value is going to be 500. Now, just so happen, yes, it's not going to be a cute little number, but we know that it's somewhere between 17 and 18 years. Okay, so it's about 17 and a half years, because this is maybe 20 away from 500, and this is maybe 30 above it, so somewhere about 17.6. But we do know that it would happen in about 17 to 18 years, give or take. Okay, so the best estimate would be to just say that it's going to be in 18 years. And so how this relates to what we did was, since the years, if I just say that I'm starting at the year 2000, then in 2018, since 17.6 will round up to that, so it should be somewhere around 2018 that the budget will be 500 million. Okay, so let's take a sec. Okay, and remember, good luck with your studies. Don't forget to smile. Always try. And if you're trying and it's not working out for you, come on into tutoring. Mondays and Thursdays after school. I'll be here for you. Bye-bye.